Race number one of the evening, top of the stretch, has Dynamo Wind, Ms. Weckenheiser, Cowgirl in the Sand, Mr. Nixon, Sporty Song, and Pretty Little Gemstone. They're off and pacing with Mr. Nixon away quickly. Out the rail, Dynamo Wind drives out looking for the lead as they race into the first turn. That's Dynamo Wind emerging with the top spot outside Mr. Nixon second, crossing over. That is Sporty Song to take a tuck in three. Getting away unhurried in fourth is Ms. Weckenheiser. Then back racing in five, Pretty Little Gemstone. And Cowgirl in the Sand is sixth and trailing. Through the backstretch and off stride there went Mr. Nixon. Now inheriting the lead is Dynamo Wind by 2 lengths as they check into the opening quarter. Second is Sporty Song, back down pacing, but now on the outside third. That is Mr. Nixon. Along the rail in four is Ms. Weckenheiser. Looking at it from five as they continue on past the 3/8 and off the top turn. Pretty Little Gemstone. And at the back of the field, that's Cowgirl in the Sand. Off the top turn, they race into the stretch now as they approach the halfway point. 30 2/5 seconds was the opening quarter. That's Sporty Song to take over the lead as they arrive at the halfway mark. Opens up by 2.5. At the rail, second is Dynamo Wind. Outside, uncovered is Mr. Nixon racing third. At the rail, Ms. Weckenheiser racing in fourth. Cowgirl in the Sand underway on the outside from five and now trailing as they make their way onto the backside. Pretty Little Gemstone. 101 flat was the half. They're on their way to 3/4, and they're led by Sporty Song. Outside within a half a length second is Mr. Nixon. At the rail and pacing third is Dynamo Wind. Then 2 lengths back in four is Ms. Weckenheiser. They continue past 3/4, and Sporty Song holds the lead by a neck. On the outside, Mr. Nixon is braving an uncovered second. At the rail, Dynamo Wind racing third. Then on the inside, Ms. Weckenheiser has four. Cowgirl in the Sand on the limb from five. They have an eighth left to come as they continue off the top turn. 3/4 and 1:31. Sporty Song on the inside. On the outside, Mr. Nixon. They turn down the lane final time. On the outside, Mr. Nixon. At the rail is Sporty Song onto the lane. Mr. Nixon. It's Mr. Nixon on the outside to get it. Sporty Song second, third is Dynamo Wind. Judges have ruled that 5, Mr. Dixon, did not cause any interference and did comply with the braking rule while on a break going to the opening quarter. Back in Victory Lane is the first race winner, number 5, Mr. Nixon, 3-year-old brown colt by Malicious. Owned by Blake Wells of Salmon River. Trained by Paul Langell. Catch driven this evening by Darren Crow. Mr. Nixon pacing in 2:01 1/5.